Living with Reverence. I was just now with Abhay Singh, IIT Baba. You know IIT Baba? So IIT Baba came for doing podcast. So we will be doing podcast tomorrow, but today he went, so I just greeted him and I came to you. Sip Kamalji, Sip Alak, Sip Ahem Atma, Sip Prashant, Sip Manisha, Sip Siba, Sip Rajanand, Sip Rumataji, Sip Sachin, Sip Sadanand, Sip Nimmi, Sip Rutanu, Sip OnePlus, Sip Krishna, Sip Harshal, Sip Sarojanand, Sip Anil, Sip Premchandji, Sip Ashok Chotwani, Sip Ahem Sip, Sip Anand Ki Khoj, Sip Girija, Sip Yogini, Sip Jyoti, Sip Samatma, Sip Sukhi, Sip Renuka, Sip Bliss, Sip Siva, Sip Sagai, Sip Sita, Sip Deepatma, Sip Girishanand, Sip iPhone, Sip Chidanand, Sip Siba, Sip Shair, Sip Go, Sip Jim, Sip Soham, Sip Parvati Amma, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Galaxy A15. That's Amma of Atma, I think. Welcome to the call. And today, as I told you, we will get into the subject of living with the reverence. I hope that's the subject that we are going to talk about today. And over to you. Living with the reverence. Do you understand the meaning? What does it mean to live with reverence? What is the real meaning of this subject? Living with reverence. And do you live with reverence or not? What is the deep meaning of reverence, my dear friends? So today we will start. Who are the people who would like to ask questions? Administrator? Yes, please. Krishna. Yes, Krishna. No.
Yes, sir, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
So आपका echo आ रहे हैं.
Echo बंद हो गया.
Okay. Sir, मुझे लगता है कि reverence come with absolute humility and that I'm nothing and sip is everything. Only then you can be the real reverence in spirituality. Otherwise, you simply show respect. But reverence in spirituality, मुझे लगता है कि only a God realized person will have. And just like your prem yoga, you see everything as a manifestation of divine. So if you respect sip, you respect the entire manifestation of sip. So I think it has to come from God realization, the deepest humility. Just many examples you have given us of Dada Vaswani, and one example which you gave recently, that your garme pura, your room, and there were makkis, and if you did not have reverence, you would have killed all the makkis. But the care you took to throw one by one shows that what reverence you have towards the manifestations of God.
Very beautiful, very beautifully you have captured. That shows your reverence for the call, because everybody will not have the same reverence for the call. So when you have reverence for the call, what happens is that you are constantly respecting every moment of this call. It is so important for you that, reverence has deep meaning. And I appreciate the fact. So for the first time you're speaking, have you used the word reverence before? Maybe in 3-4 years, we may not have used.
But months pehle, in some early call, this was again, you had this topic, but I don't remember the answer.
On
But
reverence?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
I don't remember reverence as a subject. Okay, so as today I just got, every day I get a flash from SIP, and that becomes a topic. And remember, don't underestimate a topic. We don't know today. Every topic will have its own flow. As I told you, today
So,
I met
so, but yeah,
IIT Baba. You know IIT Baba.
yeah, I saw him some
Who
videos.
doesn't know him now? Everybody, he's come all the way to have a podcast with us. So his name is Abhay Singh. But for me, I don't get carried away by media, right? But reverence for every individual, reverence for the divine that is there. So I will be sharing some clips with you all once we just had a meet and greet, and we'll be sharing with you. But how can you have reverence? What is this reverence all about? Let us try to explore. Okay, Krishna. So today we have Harshal and then Samatma. Thank you, Krishna. Samatma and then Harshal. I say, Krishna, I hope you finished or anything more. Did Krishna finish? Were you saying something else? Okay.
No,
And
you had asked. Sorry, you
yeah,
asked
continue.
one question. Do you live in reverence?
Hmm.
I don't live.
You don't live, you're saying. Of course you live. You live, but you don't live in you don't live in reverence consciousness.
What I want to understand from this call today, because my understanding is Prem Yoga, and this Prem Yoga I'm really constantly striving for, because it is an only a God realized person. I'm very judgmental, sir. I want to get rid of my judgmental attitude. So I surrender now. Let me see what the call answers today.
So Prem Yoga consciousness comes from reverence consciousness. I'm leaving one line with you to contemplate, but because you're a very deep contemplator. So the Prem Yoga consciousness or the Prem Yoga comes from reverence consciousness. How can we be in this consciousness of reverence? Harshal, Samatma and Harshal.
Shivoham.
Shivoham.
I love all the divine souls on this call. Really, reverence is something which comes from within when you realize you are nothing. And how can we be in reverences? SLS with sip on your lip. And also the next one more question is it same as respect? I think reverence is not the same as respect, because reverence is higher than respect, because you may respect a person because of his position, or because you have to give respect, and behind that person's back you may not respect. But reverence, when it comes from within, you do not slip. It is always sip on your lip and SLS.
Very beautiful. So what is the reverence? Reverence is deep respect, highest
Yes.
level of
Highest.
respect, correct? Okay. So reverence is a very, very deep word. Okay. So anything else, Amatma?
No.
Okay.
Thank
After
you.
Harshal, it is Will, right? Will Rumataji. Yes, Harshal, Will Rumataji.
Shivam Sarji,
Shivoham.
actually in starting of the call, you already every day you are doing sip. Everybody you are taking the name of everybody. So based on that one, my understanding that to sip in all, you are seeing all as a sip.
Correct.
So that is in considered type of reverence. So that is my point.
Yeah, very beautiful point, Harshal. You come with a very beautiful point, because if I did not have reverence for the sip in each one of you, then my talking in this call is meaningless. See, I talk in this call, I talk with reverence, correct? So this reverence is very important. Sip Harshal, Sip Rumataji, Sip Will, Sip Kamalji. So that's not a formality. Somebody asked me a question, why do you waste time every day on the same matter? No, it's not me. It's not about my wasting time. It is highest level of reverence. And this reverence is beyond words. It's not something that can be explained in words. All right. Okay. So next, Will, Rumataji, Am Sip Shire, Kamalji.
Shivo Hang Sip, pay respect to you, feet. So I think the key to this is to abide without duality. That is to say, to hold people in like my heart, not just you, but all beings. So there is no division. As long as I divide myself from you, there's lack of reverence. Inevitably, there's one better than another. But if I see you as me and me as you, and I do that as a practice, holding you in all beings in my heart, then inevitably what comes from that is reverence.
No, very beautiful. You've said something very beautiful. The moment there is duality, reverence is imperfect. And the moment there's non-duality, there's perfect reverence. I'm just putting it in these words. I hope I'm in sync with what you're saying. Because when the moment you and me come, reverence can't be full. Reverence is born out of Advaita. A lot of reverence is born in the stage of non-duality, realizing I am nothing. I am nothing. You are everything. You are the divine. You are a divine manifestation. How can we reach that state of reverence?
I think the danger is sometimes with the teacher, because if you put the teacher high up or you put the Buddha high up, you create division. So
Yeah,
you
but
say you
but
create You create reverence, but in creating duality, you're separating, and this is a big problem. Interesting that you go the opposite by doing that.
When the teacher tries to say that the teacher is superior to the student, then there is no real wisdom, because the teacher knows, the real guru knows that there is the one divine in all. The real
Yes.
guru knows, right? What does the real guru know? The same Atma is in each one, the same soul element is in everybody. Even if the person is not realized, even the person is not enlightened, the same soul element is in everybody. That is the ultimate truth.
There are three positions. Either I put you above me or below me or equal, and both equal, not reverence. Reverence is not equal. Reverence is one.
That's why I tell people, true soulmates. They ask me the question, what are true soulmates? I say, when 1 plus 1 are not 2, when 1 plus 1 are not 11, the magic formula is when 1 plus 1 becomes 1.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
When 1 plus 1 becomes 1,
Yes.
then this is magic. This is Prema Yoga.
Yes.
1 plus 1, because you dissolve into each other. It's very rare. It's very rare to have this, but it's possible. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is when 2 become 1.
Yes.
Then this is called what people call soulmates. But it's not easy to find in this world, because you have to dissolve into each other. Good, Will. Appreciate your point. Rumataji, thank you. Amsip. Rumataji, Amsip.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Pranam Mataji.
Guruji, first of all, your क्या कहते हैं वो जो निखिल के साथ थे, your conversation with Nikhil ji was very, very good. I really liked it. It was nice.
Okay,
And
good.
secondly, Guruji, when the respect and love for Prabhu or somebody reaches the highest level that it becomes puja, then the reverence feeling is there. We are not able to see God. So through Guru, we meet God. So I think I have got all the reverence for you, because you are the mediator to make us one with Prabhu. And
But
I
that
am
is,
really thankful to you. You are making me one with SIP. During your bhajans, I have listened Monday bhajans, then I have listened Nikhil bhajan, then yours bhajan. Throughout most of the time, I was
but I
having
cannot,
reverence with
I
SIP
can, I
through
cannot
you.
make you, I cannot make you one with SIP until I develop in you complete reverence. And you have reverence only for a guru, not enough.
But for
It's,
Guru, it is very important.
वो तो ठीक है. कोई भी देखिए रूमाता जी, अगर ना, अगर अमिताभ बच्चन सामने आता ना, कोई भी सलाम कर सकता है. अगर अमिताभ बच्चन सामने आता है, लेकिन कोई ऑर्डिनरी इंसान को कोई सलाम करे, वो बड़ी बात है.
हाँ, ये तो है गुरुजी. That is
So,
there.
so we have to learn. Reverence is a word. How can we have reverence for SIP? How can not only having reverence for the guru? Guru के लिए तो reverence चाहिए. I had lot of reverence for my guru, but I did not have reverence for others. So I failed for 20 years. For 20 years I struggled, because I could not. I had high ego. I had very too much pride and selfishness. So where
But
can we get reverence?
Guruji, now you have overcome everything. You love each and every one.
So
That
that
are
is the
the
goal.
bygone days.
So I'm not. What you're saying is correct. It's nice of you to remind me of that. I have changed. That is not what I am today. But I am talking about how reverence is important. And reverence का मतलब है ना रूमता जी, हर कण को reverence. कण में हर कण
Yes.
कण में भगवान है.
Yes, Guruji.
So if that happens, if we have got that reverence for the divine, like Krishna just mentioned, I could not just kill the makhis.
Yes.
Somebody immediately told me, oh, you have got a lot of makhis in your room. They said, I have got a bat. I said, what bat? They said, you take this bat and do shoo, 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 shoo. All the makhis will be gone in 5 minutes.
They are killed actually.
So how to do that?
No.
And when in reality it's not feeling good, but when you are drinking something, makhi is coming and sitting on your nose, and makhi is coming and sitting on your eye, it's not a good feeling. But then you have reverence, and because you have reverence, then you try to not to kill them, you try not to harm them. So this is it's a tough challenge. Shair, Kamalji, and Chidanand. Sorry,
Thank you,
sorry,
Guruji.
sorry, Shair, Kamalji, Chidanand. Thank you.
Prabhu
Shair,
Shivam,
Shivam sir.
I think faith plus trust is equal to reverence. Faith
Faith plus trust.
is reverence because, as an example, I was thinking, okay, see, I do stage, so I have faith that everything will go right. Then I have trust in my skills, but still, before I go, I take blessings from the stage and then go. So that is reverence for me. Something even musicians, actors, everybody is there. Like that story from Instagram, on 10th story he is going. Everybody has faith that he should not fall. Everybody will pray. But they don't have the trust, it comes from experience. They don't want to give his child.
But do you think? Let me ask you. Let me provoke you, Shair. See, a lot of people do it. What you're saying, but does it really mean they have got reverence? I don't know.
Sachit Anand Atma always has reverence for
No,
everyone.
no. I'm asking a question. Any cricketer who goes to the field will always touch the ground, right? They will touch the ground or they will do salam and they will go. Is it out of faith or sometimes it's out of fear? करेंगे प्रभु का नाम लेके जाना है, प्रभु का नाम नहीं लेके जाएंगे तो फर्स्ट बॉल में आउट हो जाएंगे. You may have the faith and you may have the trust, but reverence is something, Shayad. Reverence is something very different. Reverence is beyond faith, beyond trust.
Yeah.
I want you all to get that today. How? What reverence का मतलब ये है. Basically, we don't have to reach that level of serving God in all and loving God in all, but we must see God in all. We must experience God in all. We must express the God in all. We must acknowledge the God in all. When you acknowledge a simple thing, I'll tell you a simple thing. I know people, there's a minister. There's a minister who's their neighbor. As soon as the minister is their neighbor, they salam to the neighbor every time. Sir, namaskar, sir. What if we are proud of being your neighbor? The minute he loses elections, he's not a minister. Will anybody look at him? Nobody will even look at him. And sometimes people in very high positions, they feel disgusted. They feel disgusted for losing. Shari, you must be knowing that how people get disgusted. But we are not talking of those people. We are talking about our reverence. How we want to live with reverence. We want to live with
But
reverence.
two words which are very important. Sachit Anand Atma. We created that in maybe 6 months ago in a Zoom call. Who is in Sachit Anand, and that Atma is always in reverence, I feel, and also the one with enlightened ego.
Now you're coming. See how you came into consciousness immediately. You came into immediate consciousness. A person with an enlightened ego, he is in complete reverence. And obviously, the Satchidanand Atma is the
Ultimate.
he is gone beyond. He's
That's
gone
our
beyond. And
picture.
so very good. Thank you, Shahid. That was a good shot. And we have got now Kamalji Chidanand. But don't end this discussion without you talking of reverence, taking home reverence, transforming your reverence today. Very important. How are you going to change today? How are you going? Give some example to me. Give me an example how you're going to live with the reverence from today. Yes, Kavalji and Chidanand.
Shivam,
Sure.
Shivam, everybody. मैं न रहूं, तुम न रहो, मैं न रहूं, तुम न रहो, हम सब हो जाएं तो रेवरेंस आ ही जाएगा। ये मेरा पहला वाला।
हाँ, वेरी गुड। हम सब हो जाएं और एक बार
मैं न रहूं, तुम न रहो, हम सब हो जाएं, हम सब एक हो जाएं तो रेवरेंस अपने आप आ ही जाएगा।
यस यस गुड
That is first point. And the second point, I believe humility is the foundation which brings reverence on which spiritual mention can be built.
गुड एंड ह्यूमिलिटी इज नथिंग बट द रिजल्ट ऑफ एनलाइटेंड ईगो.
Yeah.
हाँ, तो ह्यूमिलिटी का मतलब क्या है? मैं क्या हूं, कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु, तुम बिन मैं क्या, कुछ भी ना, लहर एक हूं मैं प्रभु, आता मैं जाता प्रभु, तू है समुंदर सारा, तुझ में समाता प्रभु, तुझी से मैं आता, कुछ भी ना. दिस रियलाइजिंग आई एम नथिंग, this realizing I am nothing is a magical way of building reverence. Magical way.
जब मैं ही नहीं हूं, तुम
बिल्कुल.
नहीं हो, जब हम सब एक हैं, सिर्फ हैं, तो रेवरेंस तो अपने आप आ ही जाएगा।
तो एक वो एक शायरी है ना, मैं रहूं, मैं रहूं तो क्या बात हो, क्या वो शायरी है वो.
हाँ, गाना है कोई।
ओके गुड. चिदानंद, थैंक यू कमल जी. चिदानंद.
Shivam Guruji.
शिवहम.
But I think the ultimate dense love automatically converts itself into reverence. Because in
The ultimate.
reverence, the ultimate expanse of love is reverence. Because when
Yes.
the wave realizes that it is an ocean, that reverence is the ultimate expression of love.
So the question is it reverence that leads to love, or is love leads to reverence?
Love leads to reverence.
Okay.
Because we start with loving all, then seeing sip and all, and then gradually when we realize sip only is, then you get awe and admiration and with all respectful emotions pent up, and you suddenly have the reverence. So at
So
that stage, reverence and love is very
let me
dense.
ask you a question. Please contemplate. Is it easier to have reverence for all? Is it easier to love all? Please think and answer. Is it
It's
easier
easier
to
to love
have?
all.
No, because loving all is so you may have reverence for a lizard, but you may not love a lizard. You may have reverence
Then
for a very corrupt person, because that corrupt person is still a manifestation of God, but very difficult to love that person. Please contemplate and see whether you're getting my point. In fact, this is the essence of my talk today, Chidanand. I'm saying whether I'm holding this cup, I can hold the cup. Sometimes we throw a cup in the dustbin. How do we throw the cup in the dustbin? We can just take the cup and then check, hang the sun, rubbish, throw it rubbish. Or we can gently take the cup and after having drunk the tea, with reverence, drop it. If we don't have reverence, how will we reach the higher emotion of love? The emotion of love is very high. That's why when Krishna spoke today, and Krishna said something about prema yoga, I told her to contemplate on these words. I don't know what exactly words I told Krishna to contemplate on. To develop prema yoga, Krishna, I was telling you, first reverence consciousness. What is the reverence consciousness? Reverence consciousness is everything. If I touch my face, if I do this, there is sip. There is the awareness of sip. If I'm holding the glass, if I'm holding a bottle, if I'm having a sip of water, if I'm just taking a sip of water, I don't, Chidanand, I'm not in love with the water. I'm not madly in love with the word, but there's a lot of reverence. So with Chidanand, sometimes you're walking on a path, you're walking. The way you walk, whether you have reverence for the ground in which you are walking. I'll give you Dadaji used to walk. I don't know if you have an example or not.
I interpret the word reverence means there has to be a lot of respect, because the respect comes only if you love somebody. If I don't,
Actually,
if my degree of love is less, then I may not, I may love, but that density of love will be always less. But when I revere somebody, the emotion and degree of love will be definitely much higher than what I just love. Suppose I have a mobile in my hand. So I love this mobile, but I don't revere it. But if I, when I, because I took it from that angle, ki the highest form of divinity, because highest form of love is, you see everything is divine. And at that stage, you definitely, you tend to bow down as a human expression.
no, I think it's a
I
very
take it that.
yeah, it's a thin line. We will contemplate. Let us see what comes out of this call. I believe sometimes in our family, we may respect 4 people, but we may love only one. We may respect 4 because we have to respect. They are our family members.
Because because I'm using reverence not from the angle of respect. I mean, I was taking reverence as respect, admiration,
Ah.
affection, a
And
sense of awe.
I think you're taking reverence the pure spiritual way. I think you're taking reverence
Yes,
only in the
yes,
spiritual
for
manner.
spiritual. I can revere something which I can respect and love, but I will not revere something which I just love for love's sake. I love a mango. Okay, I love it, but I may not revere it because or I may, Shaitan comes in front of me, an argumentative guy comes in front of me. It comes during audits. This is a natural process. I may love him, but I will not respect him. I will not revere him. I may respect him as a sip, or as a, I see divinity in him, but I may not revere him. So I
Okay.
thought ki reverence comes only if there is an element of love and respect.
Actually,
From that angle.
I'm hearing you, but I believe that love is a very powerful emotion. Which means, but I'm
That's
going
a
to
primary
Rajanand next.
that
Rajanand,
is a
please
primary
wait for us
emotion.
to complete. But Rajanand, I want to go next. But see, Chidanand, um,
Because love, sir, is basically I should love all. It's a primary condition of
but you can't.
spirituality.
But we can't.
No, that is because we see duality.
No, duality, no, not only duality. Sometimes somebody's behavior is such you can't love them.
Exactly.
Somebody may
So
be
I
stinking.
respect, but
Somebody,
I respect,
that
but I'll not
respect is,
revere.
so that we
Because
are,
I'm not using the word reverence from the sense of respect.
okay, I'm asking you a simple question. Suppose there's a dirty beggar. There's a dirty beggar, stinking dirty beggar. You can't love that dirty beggar because he's so dirty, so stinking. But knowing that he's sip in that beggar, you have to have reverence. So reverence in that perspective. I'm trying to. I don't,
Okay.
please see if you're getting what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't want to bulldoze you on this subject. I would like to hear you out.
I just went by the dictionary meanings where synonyms of reverence are there. So I found reverence as something love plus. Like parents. I revere my parents. I have reverence towards my parents. But I don't have reverence toward my siblings or maybe a child. I may not have reverence. I will love. Because I went from a complete human emotion.
No, you have a very valid point. I'm still thinking. I'm digesting what you're saying. Let's hear one or two more people. We have Rajanan and Chitra, but I want you to also continue thinking and people add to the call. Because to me, today, my call, Rajanan, before you start, I'm saying my call is today living with reverence. And I'm saying, even if you can't love everybody, at least have reverence, at least have respect. You can't love. I understand you can't love. Some of you tell me, I can't love my mother in law. I can't love. I can't love that dirty, slimy frog. I can't love. I can't love that dirty makhi that's coming and sitting on my nose. I can't love. But have reverence. Have reverence. Rajanan and Chitra. I don't know where we have reached there, but Rajanan and Chitra. Yes, sir.
Namaste, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, some days back I said that I used to throw things here and there. I would not, it's not because of anything, but I would just, it was my habit. Now, as you say, uh, reverence consciousness. So because of trying to be in consciousness for the maximum time, that reverence consciousness automatically developed. That I don't know, I pack, I keep the shows there properly, I keep that there, I keep that. Well, I love to keep all things in their own place because I rever everything now. And even I teach my children, I teach my wife that don't do it. You have to rever everything. And I now love faith and reverence. I think it is the highest form of faith. Suppose I have faith in you, I love you, but what is the reverence? Reverence is that if I will go, I abide by every word what you say. I would make sure that I would not miss the call. I would have reverence for your everything. Reverence is, I think, most superior form of faith and love. It goes away, it goes beyond that. ये उस कंपेंस से बाहर जाता है रेवरेंस का वर्ड. इसमें अफेक्शन भी है, लव भी है, श्रद्धा भी है, प्यार भी है. एवरीथिंग it is a mixture of everything. There comes the reverence. You may have not love, as you rightly say, you may love it or not, because अगर आपको कोई परेशान करता है, but still then अगर आपको ये पेन लिखता नहीं है, you don't love it, but you don't throw it like that. You will keep it here properly with reverence. And it is also material, it is inanimate ship. इसमें ship है, it is inanimate ship. So you will keep it like that. So reverence is something, summation of all these things, and more superior than to all these things.
Okay, so you're going with Chidanand. You're saying yes, you agree that reverence is the highest form.
Highest form of love, respect, and faith, and all that.
Very good. I'm happy that we have got a discussion today. But my subject actually today is not comparing love and reverence. My main subject is living with reverence. We have
And
got
reverence, one point, sir. I think reverence will automatically come when you are in consciousness, consistent consciousness.
When you are in SIP conscious, when you are in SIP consciousness.
Conscious consciousness, क्या होता है? You start to live in a state of non-duality automatically. तो फिर रेवरेंस इट व्हेन सिप इज एवरीवेयर, इनएनिमेट में भी है, एनिमेट में भी है, तो फिर आपको किसके साथ बैर है? कोई बैर ही नहीं है, सब आप जैसे है या आपसे ऊपर है, ऐसे या मतलब.
So that is my question today, and that is my discussion today. The subject of discussion, living with reverence. Let me tell you, and why I believe that love is a different emotion. We are not comparing today because we are getting caught in a different. Suppose I get up. Suppose I get up and I want to touch a leaf. You see so many green leaves here. I touch a leaf. एक पेड़ है, एक पौधा है, एक फूल है. I touch it. I just touch a rose. I touch a leaf. I touch a fruit on the tree. I just touch it. That touching is living with reverence. If I'm touching with that, नहीं तो I could just stamp it. I could just, मैं उसको कुचल सकता हूं मैं. एक कोई आदमी है, वो फूल है, वो फूल को ऐसे कट कर देता है. Now look at what I'm saying. What is the meaning? I'm trying to teach you all today what I live. I'm trying to share with you a beautiful way of living with the presence of God all the time. It may be a small flower. Why do you pluck it? Why do you unnecessarily pluck it and throw it down? Having reverence is cleanliness. It is respect. It is appreciating that everything is SIP. It is looking at every manifestation of SIP. Okay, love is a separate subject. That is, love to me is that deep longing of the soul, which is very passionate and creates an ecstasy of joy. For me, love itself has a very different meaning. You all are talking of love in the normal sense. I don't want to confuse love with the reverence today. But what I'm telling all of you, what the topic I gave you today is this: living with reverence. And this means, kisi se bhi, for example, I'm telling you, you meet somebody. Why should you do namaste? When you meet somebody, why should you say Shivoham? Not that Delhi wala Shivo. Hey, Shivoham, auntie. आपने कहा नया ज्वेलरी लिया क्या? Shivoham, auntie. आपने नई साड़ी खरीदी क्या? वो Shivoham, I'm not saying. The Delhi wala. I told you, I only saw some 2 reels recently. I started laughing. ये हर लेडी बोलती शिवोहम आंटी शिवोहम कैसे शिवोहम शिवोहम का कुछ मीनिंग ना दैट इज सो आई डोंट इवन नो आई आस्क्ड सम ऑफ द दिल्ली मेंबर्स टू टेल मी ऐसा होता है कि नहीं होता है बिकॉज़ ओनली रील में है या सचमुच होता है बट let us move forward because there is an interesting conversation we have. Chitra, and Siba, Will, and Krishna. Chitra, Siba, Will, and Krishna. Yes.
Yeah. Shivoham,
Yes,
it's a beautiful
Shivoham.
topic. Reverence is a spiritual practice, I think, because it keeps us aware of SIP all the time. It helps us to remain in consciousness, and it helps us to develop humility, gratitude, and appreciation. Keeps us away from complaint, hatred, and judging others. So these are the qualities which is required for be in tune with SIP, and even with the inanimate objects, like, because Pancha Mahabhutas are also created by SIP only. So even we will have a graceful living. We will not be banging the door.
Yes.
No,
Beautiful.
we will not be doing the vessels, like washing the vessels with loud noise. Everything will be a graceful activity. The
Very
activity will
beautiful.
become
Very beautifully
love
said,
and
Chitra. Very beautifully
yes.
said. See, this is reverence. You don't just bang the door. Hey, bang the door like this. No, you don't bang the door. You have reverence for the door. It may be a small rock. It may be a patthar. But you know, patthar may be Bhagwan hai. So how do you develop that? Very beautifully, Chitra. You have summarized it. And if something else come back, Siba, Will, Krishna. Siba, Will, and Krishna.
Guruji, I was going to ask for that only ki everybody has its own paradigm about the reverence. So according to you, how should we have reverence towards everyone? Abhi slipper nikala hai, shoes nikala hai, with reverence we will put aside. So Guruji, ऐसे whatever activities, whatever we do, so with respect, with मतलब
Have
काम
you seen? Have you
वगैरह
seen? Have you seen some people वो
टाइप
शू निकालते हैं और
हाँ
शू को ऐसे फेंकते हैं,
हाँ
देखा नहीं देखा?
हाँ देखा है ना
बहुत कॉमन है.
हाँ वो कॉमन
हाँ, कोई कपड़ा धोबी को कपड़ा देता है. कैसे धोबी को कपड़ा देता है? ए धोबी ले, ए धोबी थक, ए धोबी लो फटाक लो. But if today I'm teaching you what I believe is living with reverence. मतलब इज्जत दो, इज्जत, एक पत्थर को भी इज्जत दो.
मतलब from getting up from the morning, what you do, please tell us na Guruji, how you have reverence towards.
That is not how. Everything. I gave you example. If I'm even drinking a bottle of water like this, I know हर sip में sip है. हर sip में sip है.
Okay.
So become conscious. Therefore, I said, according to me, love is a different subject.
Yeah.
Love is very deep. हर चीज को प्यार नहीं कर सकते. हर चीज को हर एक चीज को हर चीज को नहीं. But reverence तो हर एक को कर सकते हैं.
कर सकते हैं. Yeah. And how?
Everything.
What about this is the day today and about in spirituality, reverence towards everybody, but we cannot love everybody, na Guruji. In that.
I'm not talking about love today. आज के टॉपिक में लव नहीं है.
So respect is also reverence na towards everybody. We cannot.
Highest, not respect, very high divine respect. मतलब हर एक को, इवन एक कुत्ते में भगवान देखना ना. एक कुत्ता है, अभी कोई कुत्ता, हैव यू सीन, रोड में कुत्ता जा रहा है, कोई कुत्ते को लात मारते, देखा नहीं देखा है?
हाँ देखा है.
कैसे कुत्ते को लात मारे? क्यों मारे कुत्ते को लात?
For no reason.
कोई एक बटरफ्लाई है, वो बटरफ्लाई को लेकर कुचल देता है, बटरफ्लाई को. देखा नहीं देखा है?
हाँ देखा है ना.
हमारे यहाँ एक मच्छर है, मच्छर काट रहा है. नॉर्मल कोई भी आदमी क्या करेगा? मार देगा ऐसे. अरे उस मच्छर में भगवान है ना. हमने एक भजन लिखा है, पता नहीं वो भजन का नाम क्या है. मधु मच्छर में प्रभु है, मक्खी में भी प्रभु, मधुमक्खी प्रभु है, हर शय में प्रभु, फूल में भी प्रभु है, पंछी में भी प्रभु, कण कण में प्रभु है, हर जीव में प्रभु, मक्खी में भी प्रभु है. एक सॉन्ग हमने लिखा है, तो मैं भी लाफिंग कि मक्खी में भी प्रभु है. तो ये रेवरेंस होता है. ये रेवरेंस इज अ वेरी वेरी डिवाइन. इट गिव्स यू अ स्टेट ऑफ डिविनिटी. हर एक को जज नहीं करना, हर एक पर जजमेंटल नहीं रहना, ए वो आदमी साला पागल आदमी है, वो हमेशा ऐसा है. We are so judgmental.
Yeah.
We are so unfair. We are so unkind with people.
So for this silence is the best technique.
शिबा, अगर हमें रेवरेंस आ जाएगा ना, आज से रेवरेंस आ जाएगा ना, वी विल बी इन सिप कॉन्शियसनेस. इसलिए आज का टॉपिक है, आज का टॉपिक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Guruji, but
टॉपिक
Guruji, whenever you give the topic, now please give guidance for 2 minutes and then we will start with the topic. So exact क्या है, आधा कॉल होने के बाद फिर ध्यान में आता है कि I understand कि अच्छा it is related to that also, it is related, फिर सब confusion हो जाता है कुछ.
मैंने आपको लास्ट टाइम भी बोला, जो भी टॉपिक में आपको क्लैरिटी नहीं है, हाथ उठा के पूछो, मुझे समझाओ टॉपिक क्या है. आई विल एक्सप्लेन. प्लीज डोंट हेजिटेट. So I agree with what you're saying. Sometimes I think it is understood.
Yeah.
मुझे नहीं, like for example today's topic 100% I should have explained it little in the beginning, correct?
You should.
Because but I'm saying next time if you're not understanding, please put your hand up and say.
गुरुजी, आधा कॉल होने के बाद फिर वो हाथ जब please गुरुजी, try to understand what am I telling you, गुरुजी.
I am with reverence.
1 minute, जैसे अभी आपने बोला ना, खाली वो है ना, ये बात पहले बोला करो, ऐसे मुझे बोलना.
With reverence, I'm understanding you. With reverence.
तो सबको समझ, सबका अलग-अलग लेवल है ना अंडरस्टैंडिंग का, गुरुजी.
Will, thank you Shiba. Will. और एक बार YouTube देख लेना in case you are not clear. Will.
Yeah, I am clear now.
Will and Krishna, Karma and Sukhi. Aham Atma Renuka. Yes, please continue.
Thanks. The news is full of people living very destructively, and
absolutely very sad.
It's actually quite difficult. For example, many Ukrainian people would find it difficult to live in reverence to Mr. Putin, and there are many other examples you could give. And I think that they need to be allowed to feel reverence for their own feelings, like for their own feelings need to be accepted or to be conscious of that, because the feelings will be very strong. And I feel that the real problem is where you identify with the mind. Like, this is where the reverence falls away. And that is why I think in this call many people are saying live in consciousness. This is a really high thing, but the danger would be to feel I need to revere Mr. Putin. That's not the case. The point is you need to be able to hold him in your heart or in your consciousness.
Well, very, very well said. So how do we develop that? And when we develop it in our small community, then it vibrates, because there is no reference. You know, the way people talk, you watch the way people talk, leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, the way they talk, do they talk with reverence? There is no reverence. There is no concern. There is no respect. There is there's a no, I don't care attitude. So, okay, Krishna, good point. Krishna, karma.
Don't know.
Anything else, Will?
No, that's enough. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Krishna and karma.
Yes, sir. Same as Will was saying. I wanted to bring this point, because there is no reverence, there is war. The bigger war, yes, but even in the conflicts which we have in our life, the mind comes in because we don't have reverence. So now from this call, the understanding is when you said in consciousness, reverence is also, from mind state to being in consciousness. And main thing, what I realized, I don't know whether I'm correct now, when you have reverence to SIP, it brings so much of peace. So I can now understand why you smile all the while, and we are able to smile only once a while. So that must be because we don't have reverence. So reverence, I think it is doable. That's the biggest thing I found out from this call. If you say suddenly prem yoga and be in consciousness eternally, it is not possible for us at this stage, but we can develop reverence to everyone, reverence to all the things at least around us, with us, beyond, in our community, and then we can expand and then be in a state of peace and then grow beyond. I think so.
So reverence is a very divine quality.
Suppose divinizing our life, how to divinize our life, how
Yeah.
to divinize our life. Yes.
Absolutely. You got it. You got it beautifully. See, so I was trying to explain to them. I didn't want to compare to love. For example, suppose you have a servant, and the servant is lying to you, madam. My daughter is not well. I'm not coming, and she's gone for a movie. You know it. You see her. You see when you go for movie. You see her. You see her sitting down in the. Then now you say how to accept this servant. Every time she will lie. Every time she will lie. So despite her lying, she is still a manifestation of divine.
So, sir, all the good qualities all the spiritually good qualities, compassion, forgiveness, everything comes from reverence only, right?
Actually, reverence is the root subject. That's why today I'm saying it's a very important call. Krishna, reverence means reverence consciousness. Means you see with your glasses have a film called reverence on it. So everything you see through, you're seeing with reverence. Reverence is what they're trying to say, even the other members. Reverence is divine respect. You have the divine respect. It's
That
some
means
Prabhu.
in spite of whatever happens, you have reverence in spite of.
Some people, if a 100 rupee note falls on the ground, I don't know if you know what they do. They will take the 100 rupee note and they'll put it there. They do like this. You know that people do like this. Why
We
they take
don't
the
step
100
on
rupees?
paper.
Ah,
हम accidentally paper में step नहीं करेंगे. Anything print or anything paper, we have to do this.
so these are all marks of reverence. But I feel the person only takes the 100 rupee note. Same thing, the paper falls on the ground, they don't bother to put it like namaskar. They don't do like this. But if a important thing falls, or for example, if your apple falls on the ground, immediately you pick it up, take a tissue paper, you clean it because you want to eat that apple.
Yeah.
But if some stone falls on the ground, you kick it, just kick it far away, just kick it. No, just become conscious.
Yeah. So it's
What is the
also a
conscious?
happiness secret. So it's also a happiness secret also, reverence.
Because it will give you a lot of peace, the foundation of happiness. Nowadays, I'm giving more tamasha stories on Insta. I'm not giving simple stories. But if you ask, it's a very simple thing. If only we have a reverence consciousness in our life, how can we be unhappy?
True. Yes.
Because you automatically experience that ananda.
It's-
So that's my idea of today's call. I don't know, everybody may not get it, but try to look, try to touch, try to smell, try to hear with reverence.
So
When you
very
feel,
nice and also
huh?
and also otherwise when you say enlighten your ego, हमारे I don't know the others, but मुझे तो पकड़ना little मुश्किल लगता है. But you say have reverence to all, automatically ego gets enlightened.
होगा ना अपना, no, it will happen with habit of, if you take this reverence and make it a habit, automatically ego will get subdued. Automatically it will happen.
Yes, sir.
So try your best. I mean, it's just a flash that came to me today. I hope it will help you all. But from today, my goal, I told all the seekers on this call, my goal is to help you reach that state of awakening. And each of these steps are helping you. Every day I try to give you one extra step, one step. So reverence is such a beautiful thing. Oh, just looking. If I get a small bird that hurt its leg, it's fallen on the ground. Oh, I'll do everything to lift it. I'll take it up, I'll lift it, I'll try to see what can be done. I'll put it back on the tree. Then give it a little water, try to make it fly away. Of course, this is a living thing. Or very often, if there's a butterfly that gets caught in my office is in a garden, right? Very often my door is open, butterfly will come inside. So I will stop the meeting. I will catch the butterfly carefully and leave it outside. Because if I don't catch the butterfly and I leave it in my room, in a matter of hours, it will die. So what you do, I don't know. Some people have reverence for books. Some people have reverence for their pen. Some people, whatever it be, just develop reverence in everything for whatever. This reverence is a beautiful quality. Karma Sukhi, thank you. Good interpretation. Karma Sukhi, Aham Atma Renuka. And then Chidanand will. I think we will not have many questions after, and Shiva. I don't know after Shiva whether we'll have. Karma,
Shivoham AiR.
Yes,
Um,
Shubham.
I actually don't have any question. Just very quick comment that I joined in late, but the moment I got to know this topic, I understood a wave of joy filled me up because this thing is my pet peeve. I do not like people banging doors, utensils, shoes, things at all. I used to think that these are not just good manners. Like good manners is you put things nicely, treat them nicely, even if you think they're non-living things. But you have put such a beautiful take on it, calling it reverence. I swear, I'm right now full of joy. I'm so happy. Even if, let's say, whoever is watching you on YouTube, even if 10 people learn this, I will be personally very, very happy because I'm so tired of people doing this. It's so disturbing when people around me throw things out. They think like, "वो जल्दी 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 करना है." They have forgotten that softness, that gentleness. It's so important. It is so, so important. So thank you for raising this up and giving it such a beautiful take. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Good. Thank you, Karma. And Sukhi. That's true. Actually, reverence is a, becomes a, a cause of peace. The moment you start living with reverence, automatically your life will experience peace. Sukhi,
Shivoham, sir. I go
Shivoham.
down to all the SIP in the call. And what I understood from the discussion is seeing SIP in all with deep respect and basically handling with care, like how you will handle a child. Means there is respect, means you'll be very careful. And what I felt is seeing SIP in all, and there should not be duality.
Because when there's duality, then the chances of us losing reverence is possible. So I'm not, but even when there's duality, you can still have reverence. And that reverence will lead to non-duality. Slowly, slowly, if you have that reverence, sometimes it's the way you clean the table.
Hmm.
Some people, it's the way they deal with on tissue paper. Even the way you deal with the tissue paper.
Correct.
So it's anything that you do. It's all about just having the deep respect.
And this can be achieved only when we are in the now with truth consciousness.
Absolute in consciousness. I'm just using one word. When you are in reverence consciousness. I brought a new word today. Being in reverence consciousness. Aham Atma. Thank you, Shruti. Aham Atma Renuka.
Sir, good evening, Guruji.
Good evening.
Yeah. Happiness is always in the small things. The little act of kindness, whatever we do every day, makes up the whole day. I really don't know whatever act I'm doing every day. This get coincided with whatever topic you are choosing. This the two little act of reference. What I did today, I'm telling. In the morning, one person was giving me tea in the touched his hand and I said good morning. वो तो छोटा आदमी है उसका मुख में इतना खुशी है उसको सिप के रूप में मैं देखा very little act of kindness with the reference has made his face so happy. That is the first act of kindness. Second act, I started from my office by 8 o'clock actually. When I was coming down, one elderly security, he was around 71 years. His name is Jnanamuttu. I saw the sip in him. I just bow down to him and I just, what is your name? In which city you belong to? What is your family and other thing? ये छोटा छोटा अच्छा word उससे बात करने में with the reference I had a discussion with him. It was really very good. What I wanted to say is, this call, whatever I'm learning, I'm trying to apply it on a daily basis. I'm trying to apply it on a little basis, not on a bigger thing. Little act of kindness I have started applying in my life, sir, with a reference. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Good. Continue. And reverence is to everybody, to everything, in whatever way you can. Please continue. Renuka.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, right.
Renuka, Chidanand, Will, Siba, and Chitra. Close. We can't have more than that.
Shivoham AiR and Shivoham all.
Yes,
So we
Siobhan.
should have the reverence through body, mind, and thoughts. We should watch what we speak by words or deeds. And like you mentioned that about the fly example, how you can do by body the violence. So we should practice the non-violence and benevolence towards all the living and non-living beings. That's
Yes.
what so मन वचन और काया से और शुद्ध भावों से आप रेवरेंस प्राप्त कर सकते हैं.
Yes,
Be in
beautiful.
reverence.
Very beautifully said. So you're right. Reverence comes even in your thought process. So when you're
Yes.
if you have an evil mind, you can't have
Yeah.
reverence.
Yes.
How can you have reverence?
So you can't think bad about others. So the thoughts also should be very pure.
Which means
That
you
we
should be
can
in
control.
consciousness. If you're
Be
not,
in
if you are in mind
consciousness.
state, you can't do it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Renuka. Chidanand, Will, and Chitra.
Yeah, Guruji, I think I got it upside down. What you're saying is your reverence is a wider emotion, whereas love is a much deeper emotion.
Correct. Correct.
It's
Love
the
you
other way
can.
around. It's like if you draw this Venn diagram, reverence comes under the encompass of it. Love encompasses reverence.
What you said, love is a very deep emotion.
Very deep, yes.
So that love is you have the deep longing. But
And too
reverence
personal.
means, reverence means you can have you have reverence for the security guard. What Mahatma told that Muttu Swami, some Muttu Swami, he has reverence, but he may not have love for it. Love is a very deep
Yes.
emotion. Prema yoga, you can't
Correct.
just have a love for anybody.
That is the
Love,
ultimate.
yeah, is what you use. And I think you like you use a good word. Love is a very deep emotion. I'm saying that emotion will come later. If you are, see, let me tell you one thing. If you have reverence for all, I can't guarantee that you are God realized. But if you love all, then you are God realized.
God realized.
If
Yes.
you can love all, loving all is the highest level. That means that
Yes.
you have crossed that level.
All
Okay.
boundaries. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Chidaran. Thank you for clarifying. Will and Chitra, two more questions before we close. Will and Chitra.
Shivong, this reverence is really what you call Sanatana Dharma. It's not like only in one religion or another religion. And I think if each religion had reverence, then the division between them would disappear. It can only separate without that reverence, in my view.
You're absolutely right. In Sanatana Dharma, this is an essential part of Sanatana Dharma. And the essential part of Sanatana Dharma is this will, that I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Neti Neti Tattvamasi. All these Mahavakyas, the 12 words, the Sanatana Dharma, they make you realize कि प्रभु तो है हर जगह, हर शय में वो है, कोई जगह ना जहां वो नहीं है, कण कण में वो है, उसके बिन कुछ नहीं है, सब कुछ वही है, सब कुछ वही है. Reverence is that. Reverence is even in a grain of sand, in a tiny grain of sand, maybe in a stone, maybe a leaf, maybe anything. I see the divine presence. And I touch that. I touch with reverence. I talk with reverence. So that's a very beautiful, it's a very beautiful thing. And you're right. The source is Sanatana Dharma. Thank you, Will. Last comment, Chitra. 9 o'clock, so we will close. Chitra.
Yeah, Shivoham.
Yes, Chitra.
I feel that in reverence, I heard about our Indian soldiers when they fight with the enemy country. They have reverence for our country and for the fellow countrymen. They have to protect the country. That is their duty. So in reverence, they fight also. But when they kill the enemy soldier, they, with all due respect, they hand over that body to the neighboring country. Or if they are not accepting it, with due regards, they do whatever, with all respect, they do the last rites also. So what I feel is, even in fighting with reverence, there is some grace, beauty, and a sweet emotion.
Okay, so Chitra, I'm going to give a little answer, a little away from your point. To me, if you have reverence, you will not fight. If
they
you have
attack, what
reverence,
you will
if you know, Chitra, if you are spiritual and you are in the army, you will resign from the army.
oh, that is,
Because you can't
but
take a
somebody,
gun and kill ship. This will go back to again Bhagavad Gita. I don't want to get into that, because see what happens is that was a dharma, dharam yudh. That was a dharam yudh. Today's wars are not dharam yudh. Is today's war dharam yudh? No, today's wars are killing each other country because of political disagreements, because of religious disagreements. So I think I'm not giving a negative comment to our freedom fighters, but I'm saying a person who wants to take a path, for example, I'll tell you, a person who wants to take a path of spirituality will not work in a butcher shop. Think what I'm saying. A person will not sit in a butcher shop and saying, I'm doing my dharma, I'm going on chopping animals. No, you can't do it. So reverence means, and reverence is a very high level of respect. And that high level of respect is what we must develop. But time is over.
then,
So my dear friend,
then
Chitra?
the soldiers can't be on the spiritual path then? Is
No,
it
they
that?
can. No, they can, but they can't live with reverence, because they are two opposite
Yeah.
emotions.
Yes, yes.
One emotion is to have reverence even for a stone. How can you take a gun and kill somebody and then to give the no, you can't do it. This is so I'm telling you, don't go to Bhagavad Gita and you say, oh, Krishna told Arjuna, take arrow and kill. No, that was a dharam yudh. We don't compare the two. But I'm saying reverence is a very different quality. Reverence is, if you're eating, if you're eating something, you can eat with reverence. You can bite with reverence. Every bite, every dana is Prabhu ka khana. If you have got that reverence in you, your life will be completely transformed.
That means in your, according to you, like Buddha for Angulima.
Buddha
I
gave
think
up,
that
right? Why did Buddha give up his kingdom?
Angulimal, he said, if you can give life
No,
to the
Buddha said,
leaf of the plant.
exactly. What did Buddha say? Buddha said, I don't want. Buddha said, I don't want this kingdom. I don't want the power. I don't want the kingdom. I don't want money. I don't want women. I don't want wine. I don't want.
No, he said that also. But when Angulimal came to kill him, he said, you can kill me, but first you see that you give the life to that leaf of a tree. You can cut it off,
So,
but can you again fix? But if you
so
can't do
Chitra,
that, if you can't,
with reverence to people's time, we will close. It's past 9:04. I bow down to you. Thank you.